Hello everyone! Today is my 7th day of my 30-day block challenge. And I want to begin my video with an interesting insight, which is really not new, but yet I think very important for me. I realized that I automatically compare myself with experienced people, experienced speakers who deliver their speech in their first language. And this is not really fair to them and to myself, because they've done their own work to achieve an impressive results, and I have to do my own. And the only person I have to compare with myself with is only me. And from now on, it's one of my focus as well, to stop this automatic comparison in my brain and focus on comparison with myself. And actually it makes me really excited because I can see the progress I'm making so far. Please share your feedback if you disagree with it. But at least that's what I am beholding so far while I'm watching my own videos. Right. The next thing which I want to share with you today is the idea about attention deficiency disorder. And I want to begin this talk from a very simple actually concept of our brain. It's probably overly simplistic, however it is easy to explain. So our brain consists of two major parts: the rational brain and our emotional brain. And our rational brain is the youngest actually part of our brain in evolution, from evolutionary point of view. So everything we know about ourselves, our thoughts, our way of communicating with the world is quite new actually for ourselves, for us as human beings. And all the parts of our brain which are connected to our autonomous nervous system, they are not just older, but they are responsible for our emotions, for our well-being, for our good sleeping, everything. Okay. And if both parts of our brain are working well in a normal state, we feel okay. We actually feel happy. But if those parts of the brain are not in a good condition, for instance, our rational brain is not active enough and our emotional brain is overreactive. So in this case, we feel quite a lot of stress. All right. So, and I want to introduce Dr. Daniel Amen's concept about attention deficiency disorder. He defines 7 types of them. And I think the common thing about almost all the types of 7 types of disorder is deficiency of our attention. Okay? So which means that, for instance, if we are experiencing stress, it's chronic stress, let's say, it's not just some once in a while thing which we can easily cope with, but something which is chronic. In this case, our brain is actually not in balance, our chemicals are not in balance. Then one of the ways to fix this, actually, to help our brain to bounce back into balanced state. And if we know what exactly is happening to our brain, then that's the way to help our brain go back to normal. to normal state. So what I mean actually, that if our rational brain is not active enough, which quite often happens when we are, for instance, in PTSD state. So when we are experiencing too much of fear and anxiety feelings and not enough regulation from our rational brain, because our sometimes thoughts are in such a disorder, we can't focus on our tasks at hand, on our work or whatever we need to do. Then we need to bring our brain back to normal. Amongst 7 types of attention deficiency disorder, 6 out of 7 has the hallmarks of deficiency of the attention. I like Dr. Daniel Amen's concept about attention deficiency disorder because he provides a lot of evidences, including the scans of the brains of his patients. And the main thing which Dr. Daniel Amen points out at is that attention deficiency disorder is the disorder which is common not only for children but for adults as well. To my best understanding, Dr. Daniel Amen is trying to say that if you have an imbalanced brain, it will transpire through the attention deficiency disorder, okay? Which could be shown in the form of lack of focus or lack of attention, and people could be disorganized either timely or with their environment. For instance, their environment could be messy. If you look at their room they're living in or their place they're living in, it might be in a mess, or they are quite often late for their meetings or with the deadlines. So that's one of the hallmarks, that you have an imbalanced brain, that you are not meeting your deadlines, or you have a messy place and it's actually hard for you to put everything in place, in order, okay? And I think I can share his point of view that it could be one of the signs that you have the deficiency disorder, attention deficiency disorder, and your brain is not balanced enough, okay? And it is very important, especially if you are having or experiencing emotional issues as well, because people are, as Dr. Daniel Amen says, they are experiencing, most cases, deficiency, attention deficiency. It is really hard for them to focus on the tasks at their hands. And one of the things which I learned from his book, that if you are balancing up your diet, it can also help your brain to bring it back to normal state. And well, there are different ways to do that, but basically what I understood from his concept, and actually applied it to myself, that if you're removing all the carbs or at least the added sugar from your diet, and add more omega-3 fatty acids into your diet. Those two main things can help your brain to go back to normal. And I can actually say that it did work for me really well. I quit sugar over 3 years ago. I definitely can tell the difference, that my mood became more stable, less emotional roller coasters in my life. Quitting sugar was not only beneficial for my mental health, but also it was beneficial for my physical shape as well. I lost over 10 kgs ever since I quit sugar. Okay. So I do encourage you to learn more about attention deficiency disorder. And yeah, I do encourage you to quit sugar and learn more about ways to support your brain, your nervous system. Okay, I think it is enough for today. Follow me. I hope that it could be helpful for you as well. And see you next time.